What there was some rumors about this happening for a long time, that the GoldenEye 007 Nintendo 64 game had been remastered and was going to be available on Xbox Live Arcade, potentially through Rare Replay or its own standalone purchase. Uh, as I said, in the industry, people have said this has been finished. Some people have said it hasn't. And basically, there's a lot of rights issues around this game. So, including Microsoft, Rare, the people who own the James Bond IP, the rights to the game, and then Nintendo itself. So, Nintendo America, Nintendo Japan. So there was what was it, Swinny? It was like a couple of hour gameplay footage of the Xbox Live Arcade game released sometime this week from memory.
Yeah, so it was actually just prior to when we recorded the podcast last week, but it was just that. It was just, here's the full playthrough, 2 hours, just over 2 hours, and I don't know if unless you changed it, that's what's probably running.
No, I changed it just because they're striking people.
Oh, so. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But there's footage out there, but then they essentially went a step further this week.
Well, yeah, and that was the first time we had concrete proof that this game had been remastered. And then some lovely person out there, as part of, video game preservation, actually leaked the full game. And, I think this game's like 95% finished. It's quite funny. It opens up with something like, are we going to replace the Nintendo logo, or like some joke about that? So, it's very much like this is not meant to be for public at all. And yeah, like this is fully playable now. It's 60 frames a second, dual analog stick playthrough. And you can play this on PC through Xenia or a modified 360. So I guess I just wanted to ask you guys, have you guys played this?
No, and I won't be playing it.
Oh, you won't be? Why?
No, because of the means that it was acquired. I don't think it was acquired in a very ethical way.
Oh, God, no.
I have no problem with people playing it. I just personally won't because of that reason. Like, this is unlike standard emulation where people will dump a ROM of a game that's been released. This game was never released, so I feel that it just feels wrong to me, and it was gotten off the Xbox Dev Kit platform, which is called PartnerNet. So it was obviously acquired through very, very non-legal means. But it's such an impressive thing. So it was developed by 4J Studios, who not only went on to develop the Xbox Live Arcade version of Perfect Dark, which was fantastic as well. They also did and we've talked about it before, the brilliant Banjo ports. So they worked with Rare on that. So they've obviously got a knack for working with Rare and taking Rare games and making them look fantastic. And they also worked on a lot of the Minecraft console ports, including the Xbox and PlayStation versions. So 4J Studios are actually, they're quietly becoming a bit of a powerhouse at taking, I guess, Microsoft properties, but any properties, and doing a bit of a remaster on them, and porting.
And Mike, have you played the game?
No, couldn't care less.
So I legally
He's honest.
I legally purchased the game and installed it on my Xbox 360. And anyway, so I played the game, and okay, I'll just give some context. So I love GoldenEye back in the day. We played that back in the days when it was like super awesome. It was the first time, first person shooter felt good on a console. Having returned to it recently, like the original on the 64, I was like, wow, this game is so rough, so bad. Man, I must have had like rose-colored glasses. And just the control scheme's horrible, everything. So booting this up, I actually was kind of thinking, this is going to wreck my memory of GoldenEye 007, the 64 game. And just playing it, I was like blown away at how fun it was. It's such a shame this was never released.
Oh,
it is so fun.
It is such a shame. Yeah.
It's a bit odd, like the controls, like you have to change them. They're inverted by default. I don't know why, but it's like a plane where you press up to look down.
Yeah.
And I hate that. But you can change that really easily.
Don't start that fight. I hate it too, but yeah, a lot of people will fight you over that.
Well, it's a personal preference, and I'm a full believer that you should be able to change it in every game. Like, because it's so easy to change.
And you can every single game. Well,
not every game has that. Not every game.
Not every game, no. But a lot of games do have that.
So anyway, they should have it by default. But this game is so fun, dude. Like, it's a shame that you guys can't play it or won't play it, but it is. Like, I just went to boot it up just to test it, to go, okay, get a feel for it so I can chat about it on the show. And then I ended up doing like the 00 secret agent like first level, damn, just to go through it, play it. Played it again, and then I was like, geez, I feel like just keep playing this game.
Yeah.
I would buy this in a
95%
heartbeat.
complete,
If this came out on the Switch, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
Well, just a reminder that there is a fantastic version of Perfect Dark that includes a lot of the GoldenEye multiplayer in it, freely, legally available. Not freely, but legally available, and looks great as well. So there is a legal way to play GoldenEye multiplayer. It's just not in GoldenEye.
No, it's not GoldenEye. It's Perfect Dark. It's a totally different franchise that no one cares about.
And I thought you hated Perfect Dark. Was that only the one that came on
Perfect Dark Zero?
the
Let's
Xbox?
get that clear.
Yeah.
So the
yeah, okay.
the Xbox.
I'm sorry, I forgot the Zero part.
The Xbox Live Arcade version of Perfect Dark is got the treatment that this did. So
Okay. Right, cool.
you can play a lot of the GoldenEye maps and the GoldenEye modes. The one thing it's missing is obviously the GoldenEye characters, which people do love. So.
Oh, and I do love how you press the like R bumper or R1 and it switches to the old graphics mode.
That's cool.
Just like dynamic.
That's cool. I don't think they had that in the Perfect Dark one.
love that,
So
okay.
that's neat.
Well, I did it by accident. I'd heard of it and then I forgot about it.
Grenade.
I was like, how do I shoot? And then I pressed it. I was like, whoa. And it really does make you go, they've put a lot of work in. It's such a shame this was never released. Because they work so hard at this stuff. Like, it would suck working on this for a year or two and then it just never got released. And you can't even really talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's why I almost wonder if someone in the project team just said, stuff it, I'm downloading this and I'll send it out eventually. Because it's just like such a pain in the ass that it hasn't gone live. But the fact that it's out, do you think it's more likely or less likely they'll ever release it?
I don't think it'll get a release. As I said, they already did Perfect Dark, and that to me fills that gap. But obviously, people don't. No, but it fills that gap in terms of if you want the multiplayer. So I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's a need for it. I think it'd be great for people to. I'd love it, but I don't think they would do it. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Phil Spencer's even said that it's just too difficult. So.
Oh, and he wants to do it. It's just licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft definitely want to do it, but it's other parties that I think don't. All right, let's get into my favorite segment.